satisfying. You know, if I dive bomb into the water, am I fine? I've never actually Elytra did survive. Mate, this is epic. This is epic. What is this your hardcore of the realm that you're on now? I think you should go on your hardcore. Just a bit cooler, isn't it? Oh, you have to make a new one. Oh, man. Man needed 5 minutes of patience. Man literally needed 5 fucking minutes. Yeah, yeah. Can you pick a number between 1 and 64? Sorry. It's a good number. It's how many blocks I'm going to go up out of a stack for my creeper spawner. So, like, it to start. You need to go 130 above it to let it. I swear you can start it at any level. You just have to be above it a certain amount. Yeah, I'm literally. Yeah, no, I'm literally going out into the middle of nowhere because it'll just have. Ah, this means I need a huge fucking cactus farm as well. Yeah, that's fair. Nice. Do you reckon I can like fly down here? Holy shit! I'm learning how to use an elytra. I'm figuring it out. I feel like an old man. No! No, I went to roll a spliff and I got no papers. I'm gonna see if I can rob any of my mum. Hang on. Hello? Hello, monkey. What's up? Emma? Do you know who Sanji is? Okay. I got some papers, by the way. Took me long enough. Are you fucking you what? What the fuck? Huh? Huh? It's okay. What is it not okay? What the hell? Well, no worries. It's not. Gaming's happy, and I'm happy for myself, all my kids to be happy. But if any of them dare grow up to be a faggot, I swear to God, that's yeah. That's when God starts throwing hands. Huh? Don't want him. God stinks. See, I didn't, and do you know what made me believe in God or like Jesus? Do you remember the Travis Scott concert where he killed 8 people? So Travis Scott held a concert at like November 2024, 2023-ish time, and 8 people died in the concert because there was just no control. Like 8 people literally died. One security guard was like injected with poison to make him pass out. Everyone was telling the like people running the show to stop the show because people are dying, and they were told no, we're going to keep it going. There was a VIP section where celebrities were sat on there watching people die, laughing. It's fucking satanic as fucking evil. There's dead bodies being carried out of the concert as Travis Scott is just singing, watching it, and staring at this dead body. There was 8 fucking fire pillars and 8 people died. It's like a satanic fucking ritual. If you look into it, it's satanic as hell, and it looks very, very sinisterly evil. I looked into it a lot, and it made me believe in the devil. And if you believe in the devil, you gotta believe in God. Like Travis Scott, that concert is fucking nuts, bro. It is fucking crazy. They lied on the news reports and said the reason people died was because they were over like situated in the arena they were in. Like there was too many people there. They were like 10,000 under the capacity. They were not over capacity, or they were 10,000 under. And the media has lied. Yeah, it's still that. Like even if you are over capacity, it's still your fault. But the media has lied about it. They've also said the amount of deaths that there were less than however many. Like the media has lied. Travis Scott watched a dead body get carried. There's celebrities watching and laughing. These people dying. A security guard is getting injected to knock him out. And there's 8 satanic pillars to fucking represent. The eighth planet is Saturn, which is where you go if you're the devil. Travis Scott's eighth album was coming out. His eighth song was on that album was like Escape Plan, which is how you escape hell. Like it's fucking crazy. You know Astro World? Do you know what Astro World is? With Travis Scott's big mouth opening that golden mouth. That golden mouth that's what they used to enter the concert was like you enter through his big golden mouth. And there's an image, there's like a huge painting years ago of what the depiction of hell is and what hell looks like. And it looks just like Travis Scott's mouth and like Astro World thing. It's like the entering hell is going through that mouth. So people have gone through this mouth. There's been 8 fire pillars and 8 people have died. 8 people have been transported to hell. This also happened in November, and Halloween is when the veil is closest to the spirit realm, if you believe in that shit. So if it is actually satanic rituals, they're doing it at the right time because the veil is open. They're killing 8 people satanically. They're entering the gates of hell. There's VIPs watching and laughing. People are asking for these people to not die, and they're being told, no, these people are going to keep on dying. That shit is not fucking, like, that shit is fucking so evil. Like, to me, that is what has brought me to see other things. It's crazy. Like look into that concert if you care. Like it's crazy. It's disgusting. And the fact you haven't heard about it shows me what the media has been covering up because you should have. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking vile, bro. Like I haven't even went into the half of it because I feel like I'd bore you, but it's crazy. It is really bad. That was at one concert. You know the Eye of the Illuminati as well. Yeah, it's like the eye that's on top of that pyramid. There was during his concert, his entire stage performance went like black with hands, and the hands were reaching over singular eyes on their own, so it looked like an eye is staring at you. So if there's a biblical satanic eye watching these 8 people die, 8 is a magic number, by the way, in like satanic rituals. It's 8 to do a certain thing. Um, 666 is the number of the beast, but that number refers to man being the beast because it's a man-made number, if that makes sense. So like 666 is the number of the beast, but the beast you're on about is yourself. That's what 666 means. It means the devil's in you. I'm not sure. I'll find out. Because 777 is like God. Often seen as an angel number signifying a message from your angels. So it's like your guardian angel watching over you. Mad. It might be connecting to angels because they might be trying to make the angels fall or something. Because devils are just fallen angels. I think that the Bible is just Norse mythology. To be honest, I think all religions. So you know how I said I see it as Norse mythology. It's basically that, but Jesus isn't Satan. Jesus is Loki, the god of mischief. And so you know Noah's Ark. Do you know why Noah's Ark happened? He wanted to cleanse the world, basically. Yeah, like God wanted to cleanse the world. He wanted to cleanse it of giants. His main goal of cleansing wasn't the people doing sin; it was the giants. There was huge giants. That and what I think that these giants were real. Maybe they did build the pyramids, but they were all over the world. That's why Greek people see giant gods, Egyptian people see giant gods, Norse people see giant gods in their like history of things. They will see giant figures. These could just be the giants, and they've been seen and interpreted as godly figures because they're so bigger and powerful than everyone. I think Loki made Noah's Ark happen, made the Great Flood happen to kill all the other gods, births himself as Jesus, and creates Christianity to place him as the one God above all. And if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Loki. And the way I see it, if gods are real and shit, that's a cool way to think about it. Because if I've been worshipping Loki this whole time and I'm the only one that's worshipped him, he's going to treat me special. What if I'm the only one? You know? Yeah, yeah. Marvel does him a bit dirty in the first bit, but he has a good redemption. Have you seen his show, season one and two? Oh, what? You haven't seen the Loki show, the Disney Plus show? Dude, can I tell you what Loki becomes? Basically the god of time. He becomes like he holds the multiverse together. He's not allowed to move from where he is, but he holds the entire multiverse with his hands. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. So you know how he? Have you seen Endgame? So you know how he dies in Infinity War, and then in Endgame he grabs the Tesseract and escapes. In when they go back in time, that Loki that escapes, that's who we follow in the Disney Plus show. And the time police come and arrest him because he's broken the time law, and that shouldn't have happened. Like he shouldn't have escaped, so he gets put into time prison. He breaks out of time prison. There's a whole season about it. Blah blah blah. At the end of season two, this time prison, they have like the core of time where they are. It's all falling apart, and Loki is the only one powerful enough to go in, withstand it, and hold it together. So there's all these strings of timelines. There's like the whole multiverse is in front of him. All the X-Men characters, all the fucking every timeline from everything is in front of Loki. He grabs the strands one by one, ignites it with his green power, sits on a throne that he makes from his own fucking power, I don't know, and just holds the timeline together. And then it zooms out, and do you know what it becomes? Because it's so green and full of time. Loki's the fucking time stone, bro. No, like it zooms out, and he is literally in. He is the time stone holding everything. Yeah, I don't actually believe that. Yeah. So basically, if you give me some time, I can explain a lot of things because I'm quite knowledgeable about this. Um, so Adam and Eve were born, yeah, or Adam and Eve were created. 2,000 years later, um, Abraham or Moses was made, and he's the one that got the Ten Commandments off God. Then 2,000 years after that, huh? No, he was 2,000 years before Jesus. So Adam and Eve are born. 2,000 years, Moses gets the commandments. 2,000. So shit should theoretically happen soon. Um, the five, the five signs that the end is coming. If those are real, it's from 2026 until 2032 that time period of Ragnarok could happen. So you have until 2032 if that's what you think. Um, the water at one of the rivers is going down as well, which is another sign. And if the war of Palestine, if all the Palestinians in that country literally peacefully walked out of that country north to like a river, it's the perfect amount of people to walk to that river that the Bible says is going to happen. From there to there is literally people fleeing Palestine and going up above Israel to a river of whatever it's called. And that could fucking happen. Like, but if you want anyone to blame, if you're looking for someone to blame, you're gonna laugh at this. It's genuinely the Jews. I'm not even taking the piss, bro. Do you know? Do you know how many countries they've been kicked out of? Yeah. Give me a guess. How many different countries do you think have kicked them out? Four, more than that. 109. 109 countries said we're not dealing with your shit. There's like 209, 206, something like that. But if my kid got kicked out of five schools, I'm not saying it's the school's fault. You know what I'm saying? You got to reflect on your kid at some point. You got to reflect on your kid. They were also the people that got Jesus killed. Like they got Jesus killed. They voted for Jesus to die. Um, yeah. They also created and funded the Illuminati. The Illuminati is a real litigious business. If you look into May 1st, 1776, the Order of Perfectication is made by a Jew, and in 1777 they joined Freemasonry to make it a Illuminati cult. They call it the Order of Illuminati in the Freemason section, level 31 ish. So Illuminati is a real litigious cult made by Jewish people. Congratulations, that's some information. Um, so they literally made the Illuminati. They own all the banks. I don't know if you know this. Every bit of money in circulation around the world is owned by Jewish people. They own all the media. They own all the medical industries. Um, well, the British banks is owned by a man called Nathan Rothschild. If you know what the Rothschilds are, that's enough. If you don't know who the Rothschilds are, it's like an hour and a half talk. But the Rothschilds are disgusting. They sunk the Titanic for uh, money gain. Genuinely, there was four rich people about to get on the Titanic. One of them got off, told the other three to get on. Those three that got on died. The one that got off was Nathaniel Rothschild, the great great granddad to Nathan Rothschild, who made banks afterwards in France, Spain, England, Belgium, and Germany. He literally made banking everywhere after killing loads of rich people so he could have control over everything, which they still have control over to this day, and they are Jewish. No, dude, it genuinely fucking is. 9/11. There is a documentary that is banned. You're not allowed to watch it about how Jewish people were dancing. Well, you know how America invaded Iraq or Iran, sorry. So after 9/11, America declared not war, but they invaded Iran because Iran was the ones that quote unquote did the terrorist attack. They had no connection to 9/11 at all. There was no actual pointing factor to Iran. America just invaded. They took all of the oil that they had, so America gained loads of profit. And they another reason that America invaded Iran was because they had guaranteed that Iran had mass weapons of destruction, so nuclear bombs. Yeah. Do you want to know how many nuclear weapons were found? How many mass weapons of destruction were found? Zero. There was no mass weapons of destruction in Iran. America invaded, tricked their public into thinking it's good to invade for pure, pure lies. They lied to their nation, and their nation doesn't care. They fabricated 9/11 on themselves so that they could make the public eye agree on their invade to Iran so that they could get oil and charge their people more. Like America, do you know what the most war-hungry country in? Do you know what the most war-hungry country in the world is since 2000? Do you know what country's been in the most wars? United States of America. Do you know which one has been second? Great Britain. The two most war-hungry countries on this planet is the United States of America and the United Kingdom. We are the worst. We are the evil ones, and we depict our people into thinking we're great. So you know the British Empire. So America is literally owned by Jews. I don't know if you like if you do you want me to read out some companies that are Jewishly owned, dude. Well, that's what America's Independence Day is about. Britain owned America, and America fought for their independence. During that fight, we burnt the White House, as it was like known back then, and they had to paint it white, which is why it's known as the White House. And then they claimed their independence. So their independence comes from a loss they took from us after separating from us. Like they literally fought us when we was them, so they fought themselves and then said we're independent now after losing. So Comcast, so all of these businesses, the CEO is Jewish. Okay, Comcast, the Daily Wire, Forbes, Huffington Post, Rachel's president and CEO, Vice Media, NBA Commission, Boxing Promotion, Golden Boxing Promotion, Live Nation Entertainment, Chase Banks, which own many other different banks, Wells Fargo Bank, which own many other different banks, Barclays, which own many different other banks, Universal Music Group, which is the biggest music group in the industry, Google, YouTube, the New York Times, Disney, Facebook, Warner Brothers, the global head of YouTube Music, Warner Brothers is Jewish. Redfin, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, Bloomberg, Comcast, Breitbart, The Daily Wire. Like, mate, it's fucked. Like, they own everything. They own the water that comes into your house. They own the gas, the electricity. If we go against Jewish people and they don't like us enough, they take away our electricity. They take away our internet. We're an island. So, so you know that. You know that what you're on about right now is what Jewish people are trying to do to us, and I can explain how they're trying to do it to us. So, they fabricate wars. You know the war on Ukraine and Russia. How many Ukrainians have we brought in? Loads of Ukrainians, yeah, loads and loads and loads of Ukrainians. Do you know what the company BlackRock is? The company BlackRock is a really big company. They've got loads of money. They bought the land that, the LA fires that happened recently. They bought the land that was burnt because it was cheap land. They bought it all. So they own loads of LA. They have loads of money, loads and loads and loads of money. They funded Russia for the war on Ukraine, and they also funded Ukraine for the war on Russia. So they funded both sides of this war, right? They've put Ukraine They've put Ukraine in a huge debt because they've given Ukraine so much money. And they've said to Ukraine, you can pay off this debt by giving us your land. So they will own parts of Ukraine, right? So this is just a company, BlackRock. They've funded both sides of a war to get people to die, fight, to generate the money. This then makes people flee Ukraine, join into the UK, where it makes the UK a slowly, slowly more of a third world country. We let more people in. If our country, the leader of third world countries, they're the leader of that country, right? There's no be all say all, like there's no debate. They rule that fucking country. If Britain, why wouldn't you want complete authority over someone? Because if you're a third world country, there's no debate in that. So if you make UK a third world country, you become a third world leader. If you're a third world leader, you have a lot more power. So they're trying to wean out the UK to having all these Ukrainians, and I'm fine with it because it's just another fucking person. But they don't have official documentations to get in. There is a company, and BlackRock is owned by Jews, by the way. His name is Larry Kirk or something like that. He is Jewish, and he owns all this. So a Jewish person is making Ukrainians and Russians fight so that they can flee into the UK to make the UK worse. They are then ruining Ukraine so that they can buy Ukraine. They burn LA so that they could buy LA. And it's like they've also got a war going on in Israel. Do you know how you know the war of Israel and Palestine? Do you know how long that war's been going on? About 74 years. Do you know how old of a country Israel is? Do you know how old of a country Israel is? 77 years old. So Israel became a country 3 years later, declared war, and hasn't stopped declaring war on this country. They are one of the youngest countries in the world. Israel was given to the Jews after World War II as a pity to Jewish people for going through all that trauma. So they were given the Holy Land they were promised and whatever. Yeah, yeah. Do you know? Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you you know um World War Two. So I've gone down this rabbit hole loads. Right, I've done a lot of research into this. World War Two fucking so the Jewish people after World War Two were given Israel, right? Because 6 million Jewish people died, and that was such a sad story for them and such a pity. They needed a place to call home because they've been kicked out of 109 countries. They never had somewhere to call home, so they had to go. They went to Israel to get it, and they called it their home in 1948 because Jewish people for 2,000 years didn't have a home. Sure, but World War Two is bullshit because the amount of Jews that died isn't correct. And even if it is, it's only 6 million. In 1917, 60 million Christians were put into concentration camps, tortured, gassed, and killed. Sixth school. No one is taught that in school. Why aren't we taught that in school? Because that goes against the Jewish elite's narrative that they're teaching us. Because Jewish people own it and they want to make us weak. I'm not taking the piss. They want to make us weak. They want to make us stupid. It's fucking stupid as fuck, bro. Like in 1917, 60 million Christians were killed. 60 million Christians killed, yeah. They were killed by Jews. Jewish people owned communist Russia in 1917. I don't know if you know this. Russia was owned by Jews at a point. They Jewish people encamped and enslaved 60 million Christians. Si- Yeah, so Jewish people did worse than the Nazis, and we're not taught that because Jewish people own the schools, and they're not going to teach you that they did bad things. Like I'm not taking the piss with any of this. Jewish people are the evil of the world, bro. Like I'm not. I don't need anyone to die. I need elites with money to stop being this powerful cunt that they are. Like there's let's say there's 10 people in power that own everything. Yeah, if you piss them off, they take away your internet, they take away your electricity, they take away your water supply, they take away your food supply, they take away any income, they stop having you access to a bank. So you can't have a bank, have water, have food, have electricity, have gas, have internet because you pissed off one group of people. Well, that company BlackRock that I was on about have been buying loads of land in the UK because they don't want normal people to buy houses. They want to make everyone have to rent because if you rent, you have less money. They want to take all the money away from everyone, other than the money they like give them. We have the illusion of choice. We're not. There's no choice. Oh, what a legend! Do you know what Freemasons are? Mate, I'm fucking 21 tomorrow. I knew it's not your fault. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, mine?